Are you curious how the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream in light medium looks and performs on mature dry skin? Then you're in the right place and keep on watching. Alright, so I got this 2 years ago in a Boxy Luxe. I may have used it once, but it's been a long time. So I thought it'd be good to revisit this product, put it on my face, do a first impression review and try on. This BB cream comes in 11 shades, which doesn't sound very inclusive, but when it comes to BB creams, that's actually quite a lot of shades. Typically BB creams come in 3, 4, maybe 6 shades. So even though 11 doesn't sound very inclusive, for a BB cream, that's pretty good. I use BB creams as foundations. I have some good ones, and I'm going to do some swatches against products that I use a lot and I'm very familiar with their formulas. The first I'm going to compare it to is from Purito. It's the Cica Clearing BB Cream. I have the shades 21 and 23. The second BB cream I'll compare it to is from Missha. This here is the Perfect Cover BB Cream. Again, I have it in the shades 21 and 23. And then today's product here is in light medium. Now when I read that, I was like, what? But when I took a look at what's coming out of the top, that doesn't look too dark for me, but we shall see once it ends up on my face. When I do foundation first impression reviews, I don't use any primers or any other products on my face other than the skincare I applied this morning, because I don't want it to interfere with how the product is performing. I understand that some foundations or base products will perform better using a primer, like it may give you moisture or glow or what have you, but for today's try on, I'm simply going to be applying the BB cream. I squeezed out what is the equivalent of maybe 1 pump if this were in a container that has a pump. I'm just going to take my finger and put some on my face. I'm also going to be using a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. That way, in case one of you prefers a brush over a sponge, you can see how it performs. Also, you should note that you can apply BB creams with your hands. Okay, so this BB cream, and most BB creams, not all, the ones I mentioned before have more coverage than this, but typically a BB cream has very light coverage and it just helps to even out your skin tone, which it has done. I can still see my freckles. Everything is still shining through, but it's a very lightweight coverage. I would say using a sponge resulted in the same amount of coverage as when I used the brush. It looks almost the same. It's slightly, just slightly better on the side with the sponge. So I'm just gonna take my sponge, no additional product, and just pounce over here. They do state that it is buildable, so I want to put that to the test and to see if it's possible to build up the coverage from light to maybe light medium or a low medium. Gonna use the brush again, and then I will finish up pouncing in with the sponge. I just feel that with a brush, in theory, you won't pick up as much product as you will with a damp sponge, but do as you prefer. I do like using a sponge though. Pressing it into the skin gives a very flawless finish. At least I find that foundations, BB creams, etc. look best on my dry, mature skin using a sponge. So the second coat did add a little extra coverage. I would say I am at medium now. It is close-ish to being a good shade for me, but it is a half shade too dark. I mean, it's very wearable, but probably more of a summer shade for me. And it's definitely more warm tone than the typical neutral to neutral cool tone that I find in the Purito and the Missha. So if you are accustomed to the neutral cooler tones of typical Korean BB creams, just a heads up, this one isn't super warm, but it is more warm than normal. This retails for $36, which is a little pricey in my opinion. If you're gonna spend $36, I would tell you to go out and get from Yensa, which is Purlisse's parent company, their CC cream. You get 30 ml or 1.4 fluid ounces. A typical foundation comes with 1 fluid ounce or 30 ml. So you are getting more product in this packaging than you do in a typical foundation. I'm gonna go off camera and apply my concealer, eyeshadow, blush, etc. And I'll come back and give my final thoughts. All right, I am back, full face of makeup, and ready to give my final first impression thoughts on the Purlisse BB cream. I am sticking with my original assessment that the coverage is a light medium. Not quite to medium in my opinion, almost there, but you can, see my hyperpigmentation and freckles. It is great when you want really lightweight coverage. Just you're quickly going to the grocery store, going to the doctor's appointment, etc. Or if you just day-to-day love a lightweight foundation. To me, it seems that it has oxidized slightly, maybe half a shade. It's still doable, but just a heads up, maybe go down a shade or just be aware that it's gonna oxidize slightly. I've seen products oxidize way worse than this one. It is comfortable. It's not tacky or sticky. It doesn't feel dry. It is the standard American description of a BB cream where it's the light coverage. If you do like more coverage with a BB cream, I cannot recommend more the Korean brands I shared earlier, the Purito and the Missha. Not only do they give you more coverage, but they cost a lot less, like 1/3 the price. If you're curious about those, I will link in the eye above some review videos I've done on those products. Overall, I'm satisfied. It's a product I would wear again, which is a good sign because often when I review a foundation, if I don't like it, I will not reach for it again. So I can see myself wearing this again. Will I reach for the other products over this one? Yes, because I like a little more coverage. But now I want to hear from you. Have you tried or used this product before? If so, what did you think? What do you think of how it looks on my skin? Again, I have dry, mature skin. I'm 56 years old. So if you're younger, I'm sure everything looks good on you. But if you're my age or older, I would love to hear if you've tried this, how it performs on your skin. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. And if you could do me a huge favor, if you can click that thumbs up, it really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.